Welcome back to the channel, guys. FC Darton season 25, and we are currently third in the Premier League. We're also third in the Champions League group phase as well. It's the 13th of December. We've got the intake preview here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start these videos, unless something crazy happens at the start of the season. I'm going to start these videos in December. We're going to start with a preview. I'm going to go for a bit. We're going to go for the intake. And then obviously right now, because we are where we are and we've got a good team and we're sort of like getting to the back end of competitions, it's going to make every single episode an hour and a half long if I did it the other way. So now I need to get some games into the episode. I need to sort of skip that first bit unless something crazy happens. The first thing I need to talk to you about is the new head of youth development. And the guy that I've picked is Johnny Vega. Not Johnny Vegas. Johnny Vega, 17 working with youngsters, 20 judging player potential, 20 judging player ability, 3-star reputation, and he's a driven personality, and he's evasive and unflappable, which is very, very, very good. If you know your media handling styles, that is a very good one to get. So, 20 determination as well. His preferred formation is 4-4-2. His second preferred formation is 4-2-3-1 DM AM wide. It's fine, whatever. On the pitch matters, and we are looking at the Premier League. We are 1 point behind Liverpool and Newcastle, 4 points in front of Man City in fourth. We should now be getting fourth every single season. We're third in the Champions League group phase, 2 points off the top, but that doesn't matter. We're just trying to finish in the top 8. That's all we're trying to do. We play Dulwich Hamlet in the third round of the FA Cup, which should be a win. And we're also into the Carabao Cup quarter-final against Leeds United. Newcastle, Man United and Man City are still in it. Obviously, them two are playing each other. And we beat Liverpool in the Community Shield at the start of the season on penalties. This was the game. They absolutely battered us. They've got a ridiculous team, like I keep talking about. We didn't have a shot on target. We had so many yellow cards. They just dominated us. They did. We didn't have Sturton. Obviously, as you can see there, Kaplani had to play. But it's a young team for us, but we just couldn't get a footing on the game. We genuinely could not get a footing on the game. They should have won. Holland was fantastic, and then he saved a penalty, and we won. So undeserved, but we'll take it. It's another trophy in the cabinet. These are the results of the season then. The first 3 games, we lost 2 matches. We had a really tough start in the first 4 games. Away to Newcastle, lost 3-2. They scored in the 76th, 77th and 89th. Right when our first team players are getting tired, I don't have the level of quality on the bench that other teams have, and it's often the difference in these games. We beat Chelsea 3-1 at home there, and then we lost to Man United. Again, they scored in the 94th minute. They were already winning anyway, and it was a tough, tight game, but I went for it and we lost 3-1. It could have easily been 2-2. And then since then, we've had a lot of wins. We beat Inter Milan 2-0 in the Champions League. We beat Barry as well 2-0 in the Champions League. We've also beat Besiktas in the Champions League, Nice in the Champions League. We lost to Liverpool away from home in the Premier League 2-1. Again, another late goal there, 79th minute from Felix Francek. We beat Man City 4-3 at home in the Premier League. We scored in the 88th minute to win that. And we also beat Liverpool away from home in the EFL Cup 4th round. We dropped our first points in the Champions League away at Tottenham, 5-all. That was a ridiculous game. They battered us and we just scored every single shot that we had. And they should have probably beat us about 5-2. But yeah, again, it's away from home. And that's how it went. And then we've just drawn with Bayern Munich there, 1-1. Not too much to talk about in terms of improvement of players. Like, they're obviously improving, but nothing like I'm thinking that's just crazy. So I'm going to wait till the end of the season to talk about the players that have improved. But right now, we are going to be looking at the intake preview. So I don't know if this is going to be like Bobby Hassell's youth intake still. I think it's sort of like you have to wait 2 or 3 seasons for your new one to sort of become embedded and bring his own players through. I'm not sure, but either way, hopefully this is good. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it is good. So straight away, I'm inclined to think that this might still be Hassell's intake. I don't know. Obviously, Vega's there and he's in charge of them, but I don't think he's been here long enough yet to sort of get his own players through. So full backs, which is unbelievable. We need more of them. We just need more of them because the more of them, the more chance we've got of finding unbelievable ones, and then we'll complete the save. At least one of our centre-backs, which is really, really good. We have what looks like a top prospect in the central midfield, which is always what we're looking for, and we have a forward who could be considered a fine prospect. Also, it says we have at least one of our wide midfielders looks a great prospect, even though that's a B. So 4 or 5 good players again in March. Let's get to March. That'll be the next update. And then after that, we'll hopefully, fingers crossed, be getting quite far in some of the competitions, and I can show you some games. Guys, we have a Carabao Cup final right up next, but first of all, 10 games left. We are top of the league. Now, we're overperforming. Don't get me wrong, we should be probably third right now. We're massively in front of fourth Tottenham, but we probably should be about third. We've had a couple of results that we got a bit lucky on. Liverpool and Newcastle have dropped points that they usually wouldn't drop, and I'm not complaining, but I do think that we should be about third. But we're not, we're first. And we've got Newcastle, who are in the title race, up next in the Carabao Cup final. Now, we've already won the Carabao Cup, we know that, but let's win it again. Why not? We've been playing 4-3-3 for the majority of this season, but today we're going to be using the 4-2-3-1 because I think that works best in these sort of big pitches. It sort of gets the ball wide, especially to Dunnett, and he can run down that wing. Also, as well, my left back, Vinton, he's been doing quite well, but he's not ready for this kind of game yet. So, taking the DM out, we've got Dobson, who usually plays in defensive midfield, to left back, because he can actually defend. And we've put Bennett on up front, and Thompson drops back into shadow striker. And that is going to be the team for this match. A good start is needed. They're playing a 4-3-3. Their right winger is not fit. He's lacking a bit in condition already, so I'm not entirely sure what that's about. But we've had a good start to the game here in terms of possession. It's actually getting a bit lower now. We've had a yellow card to McLeod, which is our captain and best defender, which is not good. Go on, Dunnett. Show us what you got. Go on, Dunnett. Show us what you got. Okay, he's come back. That's fine. Darkin, who's improved a lot this year. Back to Murray. Murray's in the team because Chukwu is suspended, which is really annoying. Dobson here to Coleman. Coleman's been amazing this season. Joint top scorer with our striker. Dobson back to Coleman. Over to Brothers. And Brothers does what he does best. He's only scored 9 goals this season, but still an absolutely fabulous player. 15 minutes in, 1-0 Carabao Cup final. The highlight started up then. Sturton gets the ball and pings it out wide. Darkin to Brothers. Brothers to Dunnett. And to Thompson. And a great block. A really, really good block. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. Oh, okay. There we go. And just before half-time, looks like it might be theirs. This guy, Bodson, by the way, is like a world-class winger. So I don't think he'll be losing the ball there. Won the header there, Bennett, but I think it's going to come back towards us. Back into the box, and Agger's scored. Agger's a fantastic player. 28 goals for him. I'm just going to show you him real quick. He is 32 now, but what a player he is. He's a legendary world-class striker, and he's got 48 goal contributions this season now. Just their best player, and it's very hard to keep him quiet. Kasama on that right wing, getting in behind Dobson. And Dobson's going to have a very hard game against him. At half-time, though, there, I do think that's quite a fair result, to be honest. Like, we've had one good attack each, and we both scored it. So, can't really complain. Now, there's another chance to score. Bennett. Come deep, and he's got the ball to Dunnett. Run down the wing. Oh, Thompson. Bad clearance from their centre-back, and Thompson's there for his 23rd goal of the season. Dunnett getting down the byline, like I always say. Whipping it across. Very good crossing on Dunnett. He's very dangerous with that. And 2-1. 65th minute mark, I'm going to put on Mickey at right back for Darkin, who is struggling a little bit in terms of fitness. And I'm going to take Bennett off, who's not done too well, 6.5. And I'm going to put Greatrix up front. Now, Greatrix isn't as good as Bennett now, but he's 6'3", and he still scores goals. There are a couple of other players that are tired, but they're my 3 best players. I don't really want to take them off. Thompson, Coleman, and Brothers. I think they transcend the condition rating, basically. If they're tired, it doesn't really matter. I'll keep them on. Okay, weird highlight. Are we going to win this back? Yes, McKee's won it back. The Greatrix. And is that a goal? What a finish. Instant impact from Greatrix. 67th minute gone. And it's a goal. VAR has said it's a goal. Bad goalkeeping, but he has to finish it. And he did. 10 minutes left on the clock then, and we've got another highlight. Thompson there winning it in. Putting it in the box. Greatrix getting it muddled up a little bit. Going back to McKee. Can we keep it going? No, we can't. That was the highlight, apparently. Another one straight after. It looks like Newcastle's. It's end-to-end here. I might look to change. Highlight, Sturton. Can you put it in for 4-1, mate, please? Come on. Oh, unlucky. Thompson, though. And it's 4-1. 24th goal of the season. I didn't expect him to beat them 4-1, I'm not going to lie. Did not expect that. These guys are in a title race as well. This is a neutral ground. I know we're on the left-hand side, but obviously we're not at home. It's Wembley. This is a very, very, very good win. The young players as well. Obviously, I'm going to show them at the end of the season. The young players are improving quite well. We are very, very close. Now, this is the closest. I keep saying it, but this is definitely, I can smell a Premier League or a Champions League. A second Carabao Cup in the cabinet. Unbelievable. And it just upgrades our reputation a little bit more. There's the trophy then. It's going to go to McLeod. McLeod's going to lift it, and everyone's going to go mental. There I am. You can see me there, look. The beard. It's a different colour beard, isn't it? That's a brown beard. Mine's clearly strawberry blonde. So second Carabao Cup in the bank. We are picking up trophies now on a more regular basis, which is fantastic. Back onto the Premier League and the FA Cup and also the Champions League. We don't know who we've got yet in the round of 16. I'll let you know when I know, and also the intakes here as well. Exciting end to the season. And here we have the Champions League round of 16 draw. We are obviously in the seeded teams pot. First team out is Roma. Now, that would be nice for us. That would be very nice. Inter Milan. Okay, well, Benfica then, please. Don't really want that, but I've beaten them before. Arsenal, definitely not. No. We don't want Man City, Tottenham, Real Madrid, do we? I'll take Atletico Madrid. It looks like we got Atletico Madrid. First time I think we probably ever played them, but I'm quite confident. Man City play PSG, and Tottenham play Liverpool. Benfica play Newcastle. Real Madrid play Bayer Leverkusen. So that's quite stacked, actually, isn't it? It's not really a team that you wouldn't expect to be there. They're all quite... I mean, obviously Tottenham in real life is shit now, and Nice aren't... They're not bad, but they're not a Champions League round of 16 team, are they? But everyone else, you don't really look at that and think, oh, they're out of place. Obviously FC Darton, who aren't even real, but you get my point, right? It's a good little draw. We'll take that. First leg away from home. Keep the score down. Even honestly, potentially win now. Quite confident. And then hopefully at home get the job done. We could get upset. It could be an upset. We could go out. But I do think we should be all right there. Big win over Liverpool at home. Thompson with 2 goals. That puts us 2 points clear of them at the top. And a game in hand with 9 games to go. We are 8 points clear of Newcastle. They've sort of gone on a little bit of a downhill spiral. I think they've lost a couple since we beat them in the Carabao Cup, which is really nice to know that hopefully, well, fingers crossed that we set them on that trajectory. And yeah, it looks like a top 2 finish for us, which is absolutely amazing. Liverpool last season didn't lose a game. This season they've already lost 5. So yes, definitely they've underperformed. But we sort of needed that to be able to be in this position. Because if they were just going to carry on the way they were, we had no chance. We just had no chance. It's as simple as that. It's like when you play against PSG in the French League. They just don't drop points, or they weren't dropping points last season. So it's really nice. And Thompson, who is as good as any of Liverpool's players, separated the entire match. Match is upon us, and we are still top of the league. I think this is the best position we have ever been in, just because we're 2 points clear of Liverpool, but we have a game in hand. And now that game in hand is against Man City, as you can see, because they have 2 games in hand over the majority of teams. And the other one is against Southampton right there in 18th, because they're also on 30 games. So it's going to be difficult. So it's going to be very difficult to get 5 points clear, but it's something that we can definitely... We're capable of it, right? We are capable of it. The intake's here, and I'm also going to update you on the Champions League. In the first leg against Atletico Madrid, we went to their ground and we won 1-0. Arsenal drew with Nice 1-1, Benfica beat Newcastle 1-0, and Real Madrid beat Bayer Leverkusen 3-0. In the second leg at home, we comfortably won 2-0, a very easy match for us, and we went through 3-0 on aggregate. Real Madrid went through against Bayer Leverkusen, Newcastle came back to beat Benfica, and Arsenal just squeezed past Nice. So we don't have our quarter-final fixture just yet, because obviously there's other games to be played as well. Barcelona beat Bayern Munich 4-0 on aggregate. Inter Milan came roaring back. They had a guy sent off in the 27th minute and still came back and won 5-1. And then Liverpool beat Tottenham, which is obviously going to be the case because Liverpool are ridiculous. And Man City beat PSG. Crazy as well that Man City have a player now called Sebastian Aguero, but obviously when you look at it, it says S. Aguero, which brings back a lot of memories. We won the Carabao Cup. We won the Community Shield. We're still in the Emirates FA Cup. We beat Fulham, and now we've got Aston Villa in the quarterfinals. So, at the moment, we're on for 5 trophies, which is absolutely mental. I don't think we're going to get 5 trophies. If we do, that will be the most unbelievably perfect ending to a save I've ever done. To get them both in the same season, I've never done that. I think that's going to be a bit too difficult. So the intake's here. It's our first season with a new head of youth development. And I don't know if that means... Because we don't really know the inner workings of the youth intakes, do we? We don't know the actual facts. But I've been told... Well, I've seen that people that work on the game have said something along the lines of, the guy that you get in doesn't impact directly the first couple of intakes. I don't know if it's true. I'm guessing it's true because they said it and they work on the game. But the preview was good. Let's have a look to see if the intake matches up to that. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's definitely a worse intake because it's a 4-star one and not a 5-star one. We do have an elite talent in Preston Kulvijk, which is a very cool name. Defensive midfielder as well, which is really nice. We've also got Alex Baxter here, who can play all across the back, and he's also 4.5 stars potential, but he's only a top talent and not an elite talent. So I do wonder who's better out of those two, because if you look up here as well, led by the very gifted Alex Baxter, have a real chance of developing into a golden generation. So that's a very good message to get. And obviously it's saying that it's led by Alex Baxter and he is in the top talents and not... Obviously this could be wrong, right? They could have got this wrong. The first person we're going to have a look at is Brian Zambrano. Now, he's from Colombia and we do now have a Colombian affiliate club in Atlético Nacional. So I'm hoping that's where he's from. Okay, then. So let's have a look at him. He's ambitious, which is nice. He's got decent determination at 11. It says he's more of a ball winner, but that's because his aggression and his bravery is high. I don't really know what to think. 6 passing, not great. 15 technique, doesn't really help. I think at the best he's a backup. I don't think we bother because I've got a couple of midfielders that I don't want him to take. I don't think we're going to bother with him. I don't. If that goes wrong, that's my bad. No, I'm going to sign him up. I'm going to sign him up because you never know, right? Okay, so we're not going to bother with those guys here because they're unambitious and that's just no point. So, Adiola Olayinka. Centre back, left back. He's only a half-star current ability, so that's not great, but let's have a look at him. But he looks quite good. Got good physicals, good dribbling for a left back. Good long throws, which is quite cool. Yeah, I'm going to sign him up. Interesting, very interesting, that he's only a half-star current ability, and his physicals are very good. Usually that makes them at least 1 star. Anyway... Okay, Paul Faulkner, 6'3", winger, only 3-star potential, unambitious, which is terrible, and unflappable, which is quite good. So I don't know what to expect here. Let's have a look. Yeah, no, he's not going to make it. If he was obviously 4 stars or 5 stars, I'd sign him up, but he's not good enough. He's just not. He isn't going to make it into our team. Gavin Dillon, Irish, Republic of Ireland, should we say. Dunboyne, attacking field left centre, 3.5 stars, 2 determination is terrible. Volatile isn't good. So unless this guy's got very good starting attributes, he won't be getting signed up. Let's have a look. They're not bad. They're not bad. Okay, we'll sign him up and I'll put him in the mentoring group. But looking at this here, consistency as well in the... I think he'll just get released. But we'll sign him up. It's fine. Right, that's okay. So these are the guys that potentially could genuinely make it now. They've got good personalities and they've got the best potential. So William Darlington, first of all. Attacking midfield, left and centre, and a striker. Fairly ambitious, which is quite good. Outspoken's not so good, but it's not absolutely terrible. So let's have a look at him. Again, physically very good. He's a winger. Dribbling's not great. Finishing's not great. Off the ball's not... It's all right. Composure's not fantastic. We're going to sign him up. We're going to sign all these 4 up now. He wants 8 grand a week, which is usually a good sign. Although then it might just be the fact that he's got high ambition, which makes sense because he's fairly ambitious. So could be that, we'll see. Ray Moore. So Ray Moore is 4 stars, 16 determination, resolute, which is nice, level-headed, which is fine. And he's 1.5 star current ability. So just by looking at him, straight away we should see that he's better than the others. 6'3", which is nice. Let's look at Ray. Wow. Yes. Okay. So hopefully his potential goes up to 4.5. But we've got a player here that could genuinely become a first-team player. Now I don't know if he's going to be a DM. I don't know if he's going to become a right back or a centre back yet. We shall see. But 6'3". With decent physicals. Consistency is a poor one and injury proneness, obviously, but we can get a backup. Again, he wants 10 grand as well. Oh, he wants more. We'll give him it because money's no object for us now, but that's a lot. So, yeah, I mean, I like him. I think we work on his physicals to start with, just in case he becomes a right back or a DM, because we've got a lot of centre-backs at the minute. So, I'm going to work on his physicals. Because physicals is something that every position could do with. It's like an added bonus, isn't it? So... yeah, we'll work on them. Probably his agility and his balance first, and then we'll work on his acceleration and his pace. Hopefully his natural fitness goes up naturally. And Ray Moore, that's not quite nice. So these two now are the best 2. we've got Preston Kulvik, who was in the elite talent pool but wasn't listed as the best player. So we're going to go with him. We're going to go with Baxter first because he's not as good ability-wise. From Mansfield, can play all across the back, which is really good. 6'2", good height, fairly ambitious, is nice as well. So let's have a go at Alex. Okay, another one that could potentially be a fullback. Decent pace to start with, very good mentals, good crossing and dribbling for a fullback. Good tackling. I like him as well. 4 strength makes me think he's not a centre-back, but I don't know. He's got good base attributes. I really like him. I quite like Baxter. I quite like what I'm looking at there. I don't know why. Something tells me he could be quite good. Obviously, the message in the intake message makes me think that as well, but just looking at his attributes, I like how well-rounded he is. He doesn't really have a low attribute in anything serious, so interesting. What would we work on with him? I think we'd just work on his defending to start with because he's a defender. So marking needs to be coming up. Anticipation should do anyway. So probably his marking to start with, get up to maybe 10, 11, and then probably his physicals. And by that time, everything else should have come quite gradually. Not bad. Quite like him. Again, let me know what you guys think of each player. Always do that. I know I mention it in every single video, but I just like to get you guys' opinions on these players because I read every single comment. Every single comment gets read and digested. So let's have a look at Preston Kulvik. I'm really hoping I can use him as a DM, so let's have a look at him. Wow. Okay, yeah. 14 passing straight off the bat at 15 years old is very DM-like. Going to work on his physicals because I think he's going to be a defensive midfielder for us. He's going to be a backup to Dobson. He might even go past Dobson if we have enough time in the challenge left. Players like this make me want to carry on, but I also want to win trophies, so it's a strange one. Wow, good technique as well. Good tackling, good passing. The vision might need to come up slightly eventually, but look at that. 999, 789, 87. Easily can become 10s, 11s, 12s. If he's got high potential, it could become 14s and 15s. So I think he's going to be worth a lot once we sign him up. Let's have a look. So all those guys signed up. For a worse intake than it's been, that's the worst we've had in a couple of years. It's still not that bad, is it? It's still not too bad, especially as a lot of those guys at the top end of that potential list there are defenders, and we have got a very good defender in McLeod. So they're rated up against him. So if they're even semi-accurate, we should have some good players there. And as we know, throughout this entire thing, our defence has been our problem, which is why we scored a lot of goals and conceded a lot of goals. Interesting though. Good heights as well. 6'3", 6 foot and 6'2". I like it. I would give that a 7.5. No, I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8. 8, definitely. Yeah. Could even be potentially an 8.5, but I'll go 8. I'm excited to see where this season goes and if we can win one of the big ones. It might be a long video. It might be the last one. It probably won't, but it's probably going to be another long one. It's the next stage of the Champions League, the quarter-final, and I don't know who this ceremony host is. Flavio Sortino. I know I always look to see who it is. I have no idea who this fella is. He is an Italian baller, or legend, it looks like. 186 caps for Italy and 65 goals. Was at Inter Milan for his entire career until he went to Saudi, so obviously a worldie. But yeah, we've got Arsenal, Liverpool, City, Barca, Newcastle, Real Madrid and Inter Milan. This is absolutely stacked. So who do we want? Basically anyone that's not an English team, effectively. That's what we don't want. So obviously we're going to get Man City or Liverpool. Inter Milan up first, they get Barcelona. I'm going to get an English club because I always do. Okay, so Arsenal versus us again. We went out to them last year. They beat us pretty comfortably. But our team is better this season. I can't seem... Hopefully Liverpool play Man City. Hopefully it's Liverpool versus City. Right. That's at least good because then one of them are out. That's fine. And then Newcastle, obviously Real Madrid. That'll be a very interesting tie as well. This is a stacked Champions League. There's no easy games here at all. None at all. So we've got Arsenal in the quarterfinal, guys. I'll let you know how it gets on. If we manage to get past Arsenal, this is who we're going to be playing next. So it's Inter Milan versus Barcelona against us or Arsenal. So we do, if we get past Arsenal, we avoid an English team. Now, obviously, we know Inter Milan and Barcelona are very, very good. I don't think there's any teams that are better than any of these teams in the competition. I think this is probably the best 8 teams in the world, I would guess. Because I don't think Bayern Munich and PSG are. I definitely don't think they are in the top. I don't see them at the end of these competitions. So if we win this one, I'm going to be very proud of the team because, like I said, there's no easy one. So Inter Milan versus Barcelona, if we get past Arsenal. In the other side, it's City versus Liverpool. And then against Newcastle or Real Madrid. Interesting. So if it is Liverpool, which I'm going to bet it is, it'll be in the final at least, if we get there. The 4-3-3 at the Emirates Stadium did an absolutely unbelievable job. Dylan Thompson, I thought it was going to go to a draw, and I would have been absolutely fine with that. But he scored, he took on 2 defenders and smashed it in because that is the world-class player that we have on our hands right now. He is the difference. He is now the second top scorer in the Premier League, and he's one behind the guy at the top from Liverpool. So he's becoming very, very good. He's becoming one of the best players in the Premier League, and he's showing it now. He scored late. We won at the Emirates, and I'm very confident. I said this last time because I think we beat Arsenal last time 2-0 and then we lost 3-0. I could be wrong. Either way, we've been in this position before, so it's not over. But this team feels different. We're better. We are better this season. The defence is better. We defend as a team better. And the 4-3-3 is looking really good. Barcelona and Inter Milan 0-0 as well. In the other side as well, Man City drew with Liverpool 2-2 at Man City. I expect Liverpool to win Man City in Liverpool. And Newcastle at home beat Real Madrid 3-1. That could go either way because Real Madrid are really strong at home, obviously. So they could definitely win that 3-1 as well. And it might go to extra time and penalties. But the main story, Dylan Thompson, difference maker. Wow. We've just been battered 4-0 by Southampton. They were 15th and they're now up to 14th, but we got battered by Southampton. But I don't even think it's the craziest result of the day. Bournemouth, who were bottom of the league before this game, beat Liverpool 2-0. So the result for us doesn't matter, technically. I mean, it does in terms of if we would have won that game, which I think we should have done. We're better than them. They just battered us. We would have been like 5 points clear with the game in hand and then probably got the title. As it happens, we're still 2 points clear with the game in hand, but the game in hand is Man City, so it could easily just be 2 points. It's a big opportunity missed, but Liverpool lost to a worse team than us. So I don't even know what the craziest result is there, to be honest. I don't understand how we've just lost 4-0. Now, this guy is obviously very good, but he's only scored 11 goals this season. He's okay. He wouldn't get in our team, but we've just been smashed 4-0. Genuinely don't even know what happened. I don't know. They scored every single shot nearly, and we just couldn't hit the net. But they created more than us. So one of those ones. I genuinely don't know what happened. They scored like you can see there. They scored 3 goals there just after half time in like 20 minutes, and I was a bit shell shocked with it. Everything went in. Crazy. I don't know. A very, very mental match. I mean, I didn't have Sturton on the pitch. I had to put Coleman from left wing into centre midfield and then put Bennett on the wing. But even then, Bennett's a very good player. One of those games, I guess, right? 4 goals they scored from 5 shots on target. One of those games. And Bournemouth beat Liverpool. So they deserved it probably as well. I know they had a penalty, but they've done quite well there. So 2 upsets in the league. And we have to make sure we beat Man City to go 5 points clear. And then we are well and truly in the driving seat. In the second leg, we won 3-0, but we didn't play that well, honestly. It could have been a draw. Arsenal maybe could have even won, or we could have even won. It could have gone either way, but 3-0 flatters us a lot. Yeah. I don't know what it is about when we play Arsenal in the Champions League. We're just not very good. I don't know why. We're all right against them in the league. In the Champions League, we're so bad. In other news, Inter Milan got knocked out by Barcelona, so that's who we play next in the semi-final. That will be in the video, obviously, the 2 legs of that, and hopefully the final as well. Premier League games as well, maybe an FA Cup final, because currently we're in the semi-final against Man City. So there's a lot still to go in the episode, guys. Make sure you go and get a drink, come back and sit down, pause the video, whatever you need to do. It's going to be a good end to the season. After a very, very tense FA Cup semi-final, we are into the final. I don't know who we're playing yet. I think it's going to be Liverpool because they play someone that they should be beating in the other semi-final. So, Man City went 2-0 up. Duncan scored 2 goals early on, and I'm thinking not to be our day, but then an own goal and a brother's goal took us to extra time. Bennett scored quite early, and then they scored to take us to penalties. This guy here, Sauron, is a very good player. He's only young, 19, but he's a wonder kid. He's 6 foot, and he's rapid. So, like, he's one of the best youngsters in the world. He's banging goals in for City. I can't even imagine how good this guy's going to be when he gets to 22, 23, if he's already that good and playing that good at 19 years old. But if we have a look as well, we went in to the penalty shootout, and if you look at that, our goalkeeper saved 2 penalties from very good players, and we won on penalties 4-1. Now, they had a lot more shots on target, but Holland, our goalkeeper, he's not changed attribute-wise. He's just exactly how he's always been, but now, for some reason, he's managing to make saves that like Nicholson used to make. I don't know if it's just because goalkeepers get older. In the match engine, they seem to change. He's now making save after save after save, and it's taking other teams a lot longer to put more goals past us. The Southampton game aside, because that can happen, but more often than not now, because I talk a lot of shit about goalkeepers on FM, he's doing really well. Liverpool, as I said before, are playing Sheffield United in the other semi-final, so they definitely should make it through, and it's going to be a very, very, very good final, and obviously I'll put that in the video as well. It is going to be Liverpool in the final of the FA Cup. Now, they went to extra time against Sheffield United, which was very surprising. Sheffield United were winning for a lot of the game, and then Liverpool scored 2 goals. But they went into extra time, so hopefully in the next league game, they're tired and might drop more points. I'm probably reaching with that, but yeah, Sheffield United put up a good fight, but it's going to be a hell of a final. And one that we're going to be underdogs in. West Ham were just swept aside 4-1 at home to go 5 points clear in the Premier League with 4 games left. We do have Man City next up in 3 days' time. They just lost to Chelsea at home, which is very good for us because hopefully morale will have taken a little bit of a hit. We've just beaten Man City, obviously, in the FA Cup semi-final. That was at Wembley, though, so obviously away from home is going to be a lot tougher. If we beat them, I'll be very, very confident that the title is ours this season. I think this game is going to decide whether I'm confident or not of winning it. But 4 games left and 5 points clear. This is the closest we've ever been and probably the best chance we're going to get. At half-time, guys, against Man City, we've just scored just before half-time. McLeod scored a header from a corner. Newcastle are against Liverpool. I thought that might be a Newcastle win or a draw. It still might be, but Liverpool are winning 1-0. But we're 1-0 up against Man City away from home. And this is a game that I was talking about. So I'm not going to show the entire game. If there's a goal, maybe I'll come back. But I just wanted to show that we're in the game. We're winning. We're playing it. Newcastle are losing to Liverpool, but hopefully they turn it around. And basically, I'm just trying to get you guys involved in the title race that I'm feeling because my heart's going. I really want to win this, obviously, but it's crazy. Man United are slapping Arsenal 4-1 as well. They are both down in 9th and 10th, which is quite irrelevant, but it's interesting to know that they're down there. Luton are 7th with their tycoon, and Man City are 5th, which is absolutely mental after how dominant they were. But right now, we're 5 points clear with 3 games left, and I've just had a look at Liverpool's fixtures, and they've got to play Tottenham, Chelsea, Man United, and obviously they're playing Newcastle now. Guys, I think we've just scored again. Isaac Brothers, 2-0. What a goal that is. What a finish. I'm pretty certain it's onside. It is. 2-0 up against Man City. Thompson gets the ball, and I think he plays it to Dunnett here. And then Dunnett sort of reverses the pass, and I don't know what they're doing, but what a finish from Brothers. 2-0 to the Darton, and I'm not saying we're home and hosed, but it's looking likely. Oh, no. 2-1, 68th minute. I don't know if that's a mistake. You guys are going to have to let me know, but Richter plays a nice pass over there. He hits it, it gets blocked, and then I think he just rebounds to their player. It says it was an error by Chukwu, but I don't think he could do much about that. Going to be a tough match from now on. 88th minute, they've scored. We've just thrown it away. We have thrown it away. I went to a more defensive formation because it usually does really well in seen-out matches, and they've just had corner after corner after corner after corner, and it's come to the edge of the box. There's no one there, so that's probably my fault. And it's 2-2. And honestly, I can see Man City maybe winning this game. They deserve to win now. The second half's been all them. And yeah, we've thrown it away. 2-0 up, 2-2. Newcastle got battered by Liverpool. Liverpool won 4-0, I think that was. So as you can see, we're down to 3-point gap with 3 matches left. Very, very disappointing that. We just literally stopped playing. We just stopped playing. They could have scored more goals. We were lucky to hang on at the end. Just not great, that. Not great. I didn't have anything on the bench to bring on the pitch either, so a lot of my players were tired. That is a problem I've had for a long, long time now. But it just goes to show again, they brought some very good players off the bench, and we're down to 3 points. Well, Liverpool have just followed up that 4-0 battering of Newcastle in the league by battering them 4-0 in the Champions League semi-final. Now, these guys are serious. They are a serious team. If I click on any single one of their players, they have got a ridiculous player in that position. It's probably one of the best teams I've ever seen assembled on any FM ever. And unfortunately, I'm in the league with them. So it's inevitably now Liverpool. They'll probably beat Newcastle at Newcastle's ground. And yeah, it's going to be Liverpool in the final if we get there, which is going to be ridiculous because they could pip us to the Premier League if we have another result like that. They could pip us in the Champions League because obviously they're going to be the favourites if we get through. We've still got Barcelona to play next. They could beat us in the FA Cup final because obviously they could do. It's Liverpool and how good they are. So they could take away 3 major trophies in the space of a month, which would be terrible. In fact, Barcelona might take it away from us, but Liverpool have the potential to. So it's going to be make or break. Guys, I've got to apologise again. Just got to the end of the game. I've not even given the team talk yet. I looked down and I've not hit record. So I'm going to try and sum this match up. They should have won. Bottom line, they should have won. We've survived slightly. We've scored a goal against the run of play straight after half-time when I told the team it wasn't good enough. The second half was more even, but first half they should have been 2-0 or 3-0 up. I'll be honest. They scored a long shot from their centre-back. First goal of the season. So that felt a bit cheesy, but they should have scored more goals. They should have been 2-0 up at half-time. They weren't. We've scored a goal against the run of play and we've held on. That's essentially what happened. But I've looked down there, really happy that we've got to the end of the game 1-1. Like I said, I haven't even done the team talk yet. And I've not hit record. I've done it twice now, and it's because I'm getting super excited to play the games. I've not hit record. So I will definitely make sure the second leg at home is recorded because I've done it twice now and I'm not happy about it. I'm really not, because that was an interesting game. Like I said, they should have won. They should have won. Holland, I think, got man of the match there. It says here a couple of times. Holland almost looked like he had a force field around his goal. I can't lie. It did. So yeah, second leg, 1-1 at home. Very confident, but also Liverpool are going to be in the final, so less confident. Game week 36 then, and we are against Everton. Now, I've made a couple of changes in this game, as you can see from the bottom slightly. I've put McKee at right back. I've put Murray at the centre-back rather than Chukwu, so I've rested him. I've rested Brothers and put Kaplani on. I've rested Dunnett and put Greatrix on the right wing. I've rested Coleman because he was a bit tired from the Barcelona match. And now Bennett is on the left wing. And probably the most controversial that I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't have done is I've rested Thompson. He's on the bench. And I've put Lloyd Hayward up front. Now, if he doesn't play well, because our deep line forward needs to link it all up, if he doesn't play well, then obviously Thompson will come on at half-time and hopefully we can win. But I didn't really know what to do. I sort of need to rest a couple of players for that Barcelona second leg because I want a shot at the Champions League final. But I'm also aware that we're going for a Premier League title. So I don't know. Maybe because this is 38 matches and seems to be more competitive than the Champions League in this save with Liverpool and Newcastle now, and it was Man City before. Basically, I didn't know what to prioritise, and I might have thrown this one away. But Everton are 18th, and they've lost the last 5 matches in a row quite easily. So it felt like the best game to do it in, and Liverpool play away against Chelsea. Now, it's crazy because Chelsea are 15th, but they've actually got some good players. So Chelsea could definitely win that game. They do seem to play quite well against better teams. So fingers crossed, Liverpool might smash them. We might lose this game. I don't know. But I'm just letting you guys know what's happening before we get started. Not one highlight in the first half, but as you can see, they had more shots than us and they created more than us. We did nothing. And I've now made 4 substitutions. I've put on Dunnett, Brothers, Coleman and Thompson. Probably our best 4 players or best 4 or 5 players. And I'm hoping we win the game in the second half because we didn't create anything there. So I'm hoping the second half is different. There wasn't one highlight between both teams. So yeah, this is the first highlight of the game and it's a free kick to them. Hopefully they don't score it because I don't know if we're going to come back from this. They've gone short and missed. Wow, interesting. Okay, so I might have to go to 4-2-3-1 this game to chase the match a little bit. If the next highlight is theirs, 4-2-3-1 is going to be on the menu. In fact, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to be a little bit... I'm not going to wait. I'm going to be proactive. We're going to go to the 4-2-3-1. Dobson's not playing great. And I'm going to put on... Who should we put on? This is the problem, isn't it? Because now I don't seem to have a player to put on. Would maybe put Pochettino on? This is... Okay, so I think I've messed up slightly here. Marshall probably should go on. And then I'll put him on the right wing. Like that. And then done it on the left wing. No, I don't think that's right. I'm going to put Vinton left wing. I'm going to put Marshall left back and Vinton, who initially was a winger, left winger. I've retrained. I'm going to put him at left wing. That makes the most sense. 2 wingers on. Coleman just behind the striker. I like that more. I do like that more. Let's go there. That's the last sub though. So if anyone gets injured now... All right, Dobson's just gone off there. So this is an instant highlight, which is fantastic. Vinton's got the ball. He's put it across. Oh my God, we scored straight away. Dobson hasn't even got round to the substitute bench yet. And we've scored. Get in there. And Vinton set it up. Let's go. Get in. Oh, was it Coleman that set it up? No, it was Vinton, wasn't it? Because he gets the ball back here, puts it across. And Thompson, the main man. Wow. Let's go. I'll take the credit for that one. Obviously, Thompson scored and Vinton set it up, but I'm taking the credit for that one, guys. Hopefully... Another highlight coming here, though. I don't like that. Interesting. I do like how we're currently stood defending. I do like the positions we're in. Yeah, they've gone long and they've lost it, which is good. Oh, Thompson, please. Oh, my God. Oh, we don't score chances like that when we need to. Go on, Vinton. Brothers, you're better than that, brothers. You're better than that. We need a second goal. We need a second goal with 6 points clear. Newcastle play later on against Chelsea. Obviously, they're massive favourites for that. But this is a good second half for us. Better second half. I'm so glad I changed the formation. I can't really change it back now because I don't have anyone on the bench to bring on and I don't have any subs left. They've just changed to this formation, 5-2-1-2, I guess it's called. 5 minutes left. Highlight for us, potentially. Marshall to Vinton again. Ooh, okay. Missed. We should have scored there, I think. Come on, just get the final whistle. It doesn't matter. Get in! That is a massive win. Because we've rested our attacking good players for 45 minutes and got the win. Oh my God, yes. Okay, so Vinton there with an 8.8 since coming on. What a player. Got man of the match. Really good sub. I'm going to tell you, though, you didn't play too well. You were nervous. You didn't play too well either. You were nervous. You didn't play well. We have to let them know when they've not played well. I feel like it's something I don't do enough. But what a win. That puts us 6 points clear. Obviously, Chelsea are going to play Liverpool now. I will let you know how that goes when I know. I did not see this coming. Straight after the game, Simon Holland, our goalkeeper, who's been playing amazingly, out for 5 to 6 weeks. He didn't mention anything in the game, or I didn't see anything that suggested he was injured. And I'm really annoyed now, like really annoyed at that. I don't want to be one of those people but sometimes FM just feels like it's rigging the game against you when something's happened like this because he's playing really well. Oh, man. Okay, well, we're going to have to try and get the job done. I don't even know if he can play any more matches for the rest of the season. He broke his finger attempting to catch the ball. Very frustrating. No such luck. Liverpool battered Chelsea 4-1. I don't know why I even thought they had a chance. So with 2 games left, 3 points separate us and Liverpool. We can't afford to lose because they've got better goal difference. They've got some tough games and we've got easier games. effectively. We play Brentford at home in 11th, and we play Bournemouth away, who are bottom of the league. So that's very good fixtures. Like I said, Liverpool play Man United at home, who are in 9th, and they play Tottenham away, last game of the season, who are in 4th. So we shall see. We shall see. We've definitely got the upper hand here. That was a very, very, very important win. Really, really was. Straight away after we changed the formation as well to 4-3-1, we scored. And our sub, who came on, setting it up. I'm really happy about that. So let's go to Barcelona without our first choice goalkeeper. With Holland being out, we've had to turn to Stefan Horvat. Now, I'm hoping some of you guys remember him from back in the day. Like, he did not play any games for us really at all. He's been out on loan and then he's just been second choice. He's been a really patient dude and I can't really fault him. He's a perfectionist. He's improved quite nicely. He's probably got a little bit left, to be fair. If I played him, he'd actually probably become quite good. But he's played a Champions League game this season, done all right. Played 3 Premier League games this season, got 2 clean sheets. And like I said, just been a genuine solid guy. Not moaned about anything, but he's got good physicals. He's got 17 reflexes, 15 one-on-ones, and decent aerial reach. So he's not bad. And he's Slovakia's #1 goalkeeper. So he's not had the career he's deserved, to be totally honest. He's played 10 times for us in 11 seasons. It's not great. I don't feel good about it. I know it's a virtual player, but he deserves more than what he's getting. But Holland has been so good for us over the time. So I hope he does really well. I hope he does. If he does, I might even reward him with some game time next season. Here we go then. Barcelona at home. Hopefully we win. Hopefully we win. They've got 2 Englishmen at the centre-back as well, which is very interesting. Straight away, offside. Pasquarelli again, by the way. That's the guy who scored in the first leg from like 25 yards for his first goal of the season. Nearly scored his second goal of the season there. I don't know why he's turning into an absolute poacher or a long shot specialist against us, but yeah, offside. Thank God for that. 27 minutes in then. Darkin with a throw into Dunnett. Can you run down the wing? No, he can't. He goes back. Chukwu. The brothers to Dunnett. Can he get across to Thompson? Oh, he's missed. He's missed that. And straight away, a highlight starts again. Go on, Dunnett. Go and chase that. Can we win this back? Can we win this back? Can Darkin come and win this ball? This will be a killer, by the way. This is really well played by them. Oh, no. Oh, no. They've scored straight after we've missed. That is the difference. Sorry, that's the difference between a team that will win the Champions League and a team that probably won't win the Champions League. You miss a chance like that, they go and score. First shot on target. That can't be happening. It can't be happening. It simply cannot be happening. I'm going to have to go, I think, to a 4-2-3-1 to try and get some shots and try and get something because we can't go out like this. We can't do it. Nothing's happening. So we're going to tell them off, basically, and then we're going to change to the 4-2-3-1. Our left back's gone off. We put a left winger on in Bennett and we've moved Dobson from defensive midfield. Now we haven't got one into left back. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I just didn't like that first half. We didn't create anywhere near enough. We won good chance. We didn't score it, obviously, but there's going to be a lot more highlights this game. This second half, sorry. It's going to be a lot more highlights. I think, looking at that highlight there, we're going to push up 1. I don't like how there was much space there in front of the... I mean, there's going to be, right? There's going to be because there's no defensive midfielder, but we have to negotiate that. Thompson up front, 6.4. Don't like it. Don't like it. I'm going to change them 2 round. I'm going to also actually put Bennett up front. I'm going to put Bennett up front. I'm going to do that. That feels better for us. I'm also going to put our lineup even further. We can't go out due to a home game. Come on. We can't. If we're going to go out, it has to be because we get beat away. Our home form is so good. Oh, man. We're already on attacking. Our defensive line is as high as we can get it. Come on, guys. This guy, Isa, he's killing us. Penalty. Thompson, he's having a nightmare. Our best player's having a nightmare. Oh, it's imploding. I can't believe it. I can't believe what's happening. I genuinely can't. Come on, Stefan. Come on, Stefan. Oh, we're gone. We're done. I can't. So annoying. So frustrating. Really is. It really, really is. This is probably the most disappointed I've been in the entire save. Genuinely. to get the result away like that and then to just not do anything. And then Brothers gets injured. This is awful. This is what is happening here. Oh my God. Why does FM do this? Why does it do this? I'll never understand why it does it. Everything happens all at once and it's always negative. I really don't know what else I can do. We can step up more, I guess. We can try and take counter-attack off and try and create some more. Don't know. Very attacking, maybe. Really poor. Really poor. I don't know what to do other than shake my head. I really don't. The chance in the first half, we should have scored. And we've gone out 2-0 in the semi-final of the Champions League. Brothers has got injured. Oh, man. It's not good. Really bad. Really, really, really bad. And he's out for 4 weeks. He's now out for the FA Cup final. So Liverpool are going to win that. But without goalkeeper and Brothers. We now haven't won the Champions League, obviously. The only thing now to rescue this season is to get over the line in the Premier League. Oh, man. Didn't expect it to turn out this way. I really didn't. We're about to play Brentford. But let's have a look at the state of Liverpool. I've calmed down now, by the way, guys. I had to take a minute. I went and walked the dog, and I'm back. And, yeah, FM gets me like that. So I'm sure it gets you like that as well sometimes. But that just felt really annoying. I'm also disappointed in the team, not just the game and all that stuff. But Liverpool have gone above us right now. They've just beaten Man United 9-0. Of course they have. What a team. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, we've got Brentford now, so hopefully we win. But yeah, that Barcelona match was... I thought we had a really good chance there. 1-1 away from home, and then we've got beaten at home. Really frustrating. Massive missed chance. Players let me down. My good players let me down there. Let us down. But yeah, we've got Brentford now, so let's see what happens. 5 minutes in, first highlight. Vinton's got the ball. Sturton back to Vinton. Bennett is in on the left wing, guys. I've had to put Coleman at centre midfield because Brothers got injured, so Bennett is in on the left wing. And they're playing a 4-4-2. Our 4-3-3 is set up precisely to play against 4-4-2s. Because there seems to be a lot of 4-4-2s in FM, so this is why I made this formation on stream on Twitch a couple of months back. Chukwu putting the ball in the box. I'm not entirely sure he should be taking that because he's like 6'3". Vinton gets it back. McLeod. Darkin, our inverted wing back to Coleman, to Bennett. What is happening to our shooting? What's going on? He is left-footed, by the way. What was that? I don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, come on. This has been all us in this first half. We just need to score. Need to score, and then we only need a draw. The last game of the season. But I'm not ready for this long shot from their defensive midfielder here. Who's going to score? Oh dear. Mistakes are already happening. Oh my God. Can we please score? Please? Okay, we've got it. Horvat's come and cleared it. That's good. Can he roll it out? Can we score? Can we cut through them? Score a nice goal. McLeod. Vinton. So our defensive midfielder. Straight to our striker who's dropped deep. Inverted wing-backs come inside. To our right winger. Who's then played our centre-back. What are you doing there? Vinton, our left-back. Our DM is the deepest player. Our centre-back. What is going on? Our left-back. Go on. Go on, Vinton. To Bennett. Across to Thompson. That's a really good goal. 39 goals for the season for Thompson. That is a really good goal. Yeah, as you can see, our tactic is very... it overloads teams. He tries to overload in different areas. And I've got it work. I think it's probably my most... The one tactic that I'm the most happy about, I think. And it works very well if you're a top team. It pressurizes, it presses well. It's good. It suffocates and creates good chances. A lot of movements as well. As I say that, Brentford cut straight through our press. Nice claim from Horvath. A lot of goals do start with the goalkeeper, by the way. It's very good for movement, this tactic. Let's see if we can do something again. There's a lot of people with a lot of options on the ball. That was basically what I wanted to do when I created it. A lot of options on the ball. We've lost it though there. Can we win it back? We can. And done it, scored. Interesting. Okay, fantastic. Absolutely unbelievable. Bad pass by their centre-back, but he's capitalised. And Vinton lost the ball there, but he's quite clearly our worst player currently. He's still young, got good potential, but he's our worst player right now. And I'm trying to play him just so... And done it, scored again. Thompson to done it. And he's won the game for us. Fantastic. Right, okay, so let's bring some youngsters on. Let's bring on Mike Scott at centre-back. And let's put him there. Let's bring on Porcino for Bennett. And then let's put him there. Let's put Kaplani on. No, let's not put Kaplani on. Let's put Greatrix on. Shall we? Yeah, we'll rest Thompson. And then, actually, no, let's put Hayward on. There we go. Greatrix now has hit full potential. So Hayward is definitely a player that needs more game time. But this puts us in the driving seat. We only need a draw away from home against bottom of the league Bournemouth. So that's a very good position to be in. We have to come out of this season with at least one trophy. Go on, Kaplani. Unlucky. Because that Champions League game against Barcelona has annoyed me, as you could tell. And the injuries to Brothers and my goalkeeper and the way Liverpool are playing right now means that the FA Cup is very unlikely. So we have to at least get this one. A late consolation for them then. First goal of the season yet again for another player. Scored in his debut. It was a nice little turn and finish, to be honest. Bad defending by us. I've made a couple of subs. As to be expected, I guess. Nice turn and finish, like I said. Keeper couldn't get there. 3-1. I do think it'll probably finish 3-1. And that's all we need, really. Just needed the win, didn't we? As I say that, another highlight starts up. And I'm hoping it's not going to be 3-2. Because then I'll start getting nervous. It does look like it's their highlight, though. Oh, dear. Well won back, McKee. 7 minutes added on as well. So if they do score here, they have... Oh, dear. Oh, no. I don't know where this is going. We've lost the ball for the third time this highlight. Fourth time. That is literally... Yeah. There it is. There it is. If you lose the ball 3 or 4 times in one highlight, 98% of the time, you've conceded. And he's now scored 2 goals on his debut. Can we just get over the line, please? Because we are in danger here of bottling. Oh, my God. I'm going to have to tell them, though. I'm not happy about that game. We got the win, right? But I just need to get over the line and win a Premier League. And then the season will be worth it. Because I don't know what's happening right now. But we're getting a bit complacent. Maybe it's the age. I don't know what it is. But I'll be back in a second, guys, for the last game of the Premier League season against Bournemouth. It's time, guys, to make some history with FC Darton. Potentially our first ever Premier League title. Away from home, as you can see just then, Bournemouth have only won 1 in the last 5. Liverpool are playing against Tottenham away, which at the minute, I can only see Liverpool winning every single match. So, well, the last match. Just need to make sure we get a draw. So all we need, 1 point. 3 would be fantastic. A goal here would be absolutely amazing. Get in there. 40 goals. 40 goals for the season for Thompson. Instant goal, which just takes the edge off the nerves a little bit, doesn't it? Just takes the edge off slightly. We're playing a 4-3-3 like before. We're not gone for the 4-2-3-1. And that puts us 5 points clear. Obviously, it doesn't matter then what happens in the Liverpool game. That, though, will be down here, right at the bottom. Early goal is just exactly what you need in games like this. You just don't need it. You don't need the stress. Tottenham beating Liverpool, so that's also good. Come on, guys. Let's get another one. Just let's try and smash him 4-0, and then there's no stress. Offside. Is he not offside? 41 goals for the season for Thompson. Right, okay, so he's a bit injured right now. He's a little bit injured. I've just seen that. I'm going to take him off. We've scored 2 goals. I'm going to take him off. I am not having him injured as well for the FA Cup final. I swear, if I celebrate this title and then I click continue and he's injured and it says he's out for the FA Cup final, I am going to start swinging. Dobson, Coleman, Bennett. Bennett's missed. That now is going to be playing on my mind the entire game. Come on. I'm going to try and put it out of my mind. Allen. Just Allen there. Running. Got taken out by, I think that's Coleman. It is Coleman. Yellow card. Very cynical. Very cynical. Liverpool still losing. But it doesn't matter because we're still winning. Another highlight. Won the first header. Nice. Vinton, our left back, is becoming really quite good. He's improving all the time. Bennett's gone downhill on the left wing, but he's going to do a good tackle from Dobson. McLeod to our deep line playmaker in Sturton. Back through to Bennett. Can he put it across? Yes. Greatrix. Greatrix on his 250th appearance puts us 3-0 up. Very, very nice him scoring that. 3-0. And it looks to me that we might have got the Premier League title wrapped up in that first half. Obviously, we don't want to jinx anything, but if we score again, I will be bringing out some of the youngsters. In fact, I might do that anyway in like the 60th minute. Give them half an hour. More minutes, the better. I'm going to do that right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring on Mike Scott. We're going to take off McLeod. We're going to put Kaplani on. We're going to take off Sturton as well. And then we're also going to take off Dunnett. And then we're going to put Vinton at left wing. We're going to put Greatrix at right wing. And we're going to have Bennett up front. That seems to work for me. And is that the team? What else do we need? Anybody else that we need that we could potentially rest? Maybe we could rest Dobson in there. Oh, is that 5 subs? That's 5 subs. Okay, that's fair enough. No problem. We might consider goal here. We might. But 3-0 up should be enough. And honestly, the relief / joy of winning the Premier League from being all the way down in tier 10, by the way. There's the goal. As you can see, the drop-off after making subs is incredible. But I somehow have to make these young players better. I have to play them because otherwise they just stagnate and don't get any better. So I'm stuck really. But yeah, the fact that we were in tier 10 and to win the Premier League in 25 seasons from tier 10 with 9 promotions, I think it's quite impressive, personally. I do. I really, really do. And I'm just so happy to win that. Like I said, there's relief and there's joy. And it just feels like it's deserved. It really does. It really, really does. I just can't see Bournemouth scoring 3 goals now, even if they score here. Good block there from Scott. It just allows me now to be a little bit more... It just allows me to be a little bit more sporadic with minutes for the first team and give some of the youngsters more minutes because I don't need to win another Premier League title. So next year I don't have to worry about it as much. I can prioritise the Champions League a little bit. But let's just sit. Let's just sit for 20 to 30 seconds and just soak it in. Let's just sit and soak it in, guys. Premier League champions, FC Darton, from tier 10 to the Premier League with no signings. Every single one of these guys have come through the academy. And let's just sit and watch them lift the Premier League trophy. Because sometimes I don't feel like I do that. Sometimes I feel like I rush past it and I don't celebrate the wins. So I'm going to do it. Feels good. It does. It feels really, really good. And it's just why I play this game, right? I don't get anywhere near as much joy playing Football Manager anymore, signing players, making transfers. It's crazy, isn't it? That is a mental statement. But it's the truth. I have so much attachment to almost every single one of these players because they came through our academy. It's a madness. It really, really is. It just feels like they're all ours, right? Rather than signing someone for 50 million that isn't ours. Brilliant performance. Really, really good, guys. On to the FA Cup final. If we can win that without a couple of our key players, I'll be very surprised because that Liverpool team is scary and you're probably going to witness it firsthand. So after that, with 6 days left until the Liverpool game in the FA Cup final, Thompson is out for between 6 and 8 days. We've also apparently won a treble, the domestic one, to Premier League, Carabao Cup and Community Shield. Obviously, if we win the FA Cup against Liverpool in a minute, then that's a quadruple domestically, which is fantastic. It's FA Cup final day against Liverpool. Now, Chukwu is suspended for this game. Of course he is. So he can't play, so Murray comes in for him. Thompson's managed to be fit, just. Brothers is on the bench. He's half fit. And Bennett is on the left wing. So we are 4-3-3. Darkin, Murray, McLeod and Vinton. DM Dobson. Coleman in centre midfield for Brothers. And Sturton next to him, as always. Dunnett on the right wing, as always. Thompson up front, as always. And Bennett on the left wing, because Coleman has gone into centre midfield. And their team is just... I don't even want to speak about it. I don't even want to speak about it. We are heavy underdogs. And let's just say how it is. If we win this cup, we've probably been lucky. We've probably scored every chance, and our goalkeeper's been amazing. Can't see it happening, but honestly, if that happens, that's what's happening inside the match. They're just too good. They just are. They're physical monsters. Let's hope that we can do something, though. Dunnett's won the ball back here. He's whipped it in. Like that there. We're not going to get a better chance. That has to go in. Highlight straight away afterwards. We might get stung for that like we did against Barcelona. Yeah. Good tackle from McLeod. Oh dear. No, we have to score that. It's a header. It's a free header, really. Whip it in, Coleman. Go on. Penalty. Oh, he's been pushed. Who takes our penalties? I forgot. Coleman or Thompson? I feel like we put Thompson on it just because he's scored 40 plus goals this season. That makes the most sense. Their goalkeeper's amazing, though. Please score this. We have to score this. Come on! Get in! 42nd goal. Wow. Okay, we've got something to work with here now. Something to work with. It says that Coleman scored it. He didn't. It was Thompson. I don't know why that does that. I think it's because I changed it, right? Coleman would have taken it if I hadn't have changed it. Oh my God. Can we just have a really boring game now? Just a really boring, no highlights. Right at the end. Right till the end. I don't want to speak about our performance, guys. Just let it be known that I think you guys know what I'm thinking about our performance so far. I don't want to say it. We're just going to have to do the rest of this game telepathically. Come on, Murray. Because every time I mention something, the opposite happens. Oh my God. Oh my God. Vinton scored his first ever goal in the FA Cup final. What is going on? What is going on? Again, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. I don't know what's happening. I'm as shocked as everyone else. But I don't want to say anything. Please don't concede. Oh my God, what's going on? Oh my God, how have they not scored there? I don't want to change a thing. Pull the hands away from the mouse. let the time go, and don't do anything. What has just happened? What have we just witnessed? Two 2-0, and not only that, we deserved it. That is a domestic quadruple, a full clean sweep of England in one season. Community Shield, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Premier League. Can't get any better domestically. 5-star reputation as well now we've got. We have 5-star reputation. These boys are just going to get better and better. Next season, some of these players won't be playing as many games. Bennett won't be playing as much on the left wing, even though he doesn't start anymore. Sturton won't be playing as many games now because I've got central midfielders I need to improve. I need to get into the team. Sturton is going to become a backup next season. Ali Darkin at right back is probably going to play less games. Wow. Wow. I mean, after the Barcelona game, I didn't expect it to just go dip and then go straight back up. That is unbelievable. That's our second FA Cup, but that is a famous quadruple. FA Cup, Premier League, Carabao Cup, Community Shield. Wow. I don't know what's going on. What would be fantastic though right now is if the board said, do you know what? You've got 700 million in the club. We've got a 26,000 seater. And can we go and get a new stadium with my name in it? That would just be the best thing to ever happen to me on FM, I think. I have never had a stadium named after me. I don't think I've played saves long enough. I think I've just completed them and finished it. But we have to be right at the top of the Legends list, don't we? We have to be. Where is it? Favourite people there, isn't it? Yeah, Legends. Us and McDonald. If they name it after McDonald, by the way. We are now 5-star rep, 5-star training facilities, 5-star youth recruitment, 5-star youth facilities. 2 billion the club's worth. Media prediction of 9th, which is mad. But all the promotions. We've just got one aim now, right? Champions League. That's it. We lock in for the Champions League. I'm going to talk to you about a couple of the players. Not too many, but Vinton, for example, now, 18 years old, between 41 and 51 million he's worth. And he started 39 games this season, 6.93. Just scored at the end there. Fantastic left-footed finish. You also saw him set up a goal against Everton to win the crucial game in the Premier League. So I know there's a good player here. 6'1", full-back. Retrained him from left wing. Got a lot of left wingers. I didn't have any left backs. I'm training his defending right now. I'm trying to get his marking and his positioning up. But I've got a guy now that can run down that left wing and do quite well. 6.93 average rating. And I'm hoping he's only going to get even better. Next season needs to be a breakout one for him in terms of he needs to go to that next level. Dobson, I'm a little bit worried about. Hasn't really improved this season, as you can see. I mean, it says he has, but I've not really seen too much development in terms of attributes. He's a wonder kid. His potential has gone down to 4.5, and he's only a balanced personality. So I don't know. I don't really know. He started 61 games this season. I just thought he would have been a little bit better than this. But a couple of change in a couple of areas, and he probably goes to the next level. So I don't know. Couple of red flags. Spidey sensors are tingling slightly, but I'm not currently writing him off, and he's our first choice defensive midfield. Lloyd Haywood, another one, has improved a lot this season. Started 21 games, 6 goals, 3 assists. Potential has just gone down now to 4 stars from 4.5. But hoping next season he could become into a nice little backup centre forward that I can play in Premier League games when we've got a Champions League game 3 days after, because right now I'm struggling for that. So that's the best thing I can hope for him, I think, because Thompson is pretty much irreplaceable. This guy, Mike Scott, is going to play a lot of matches next season. Chukwu is going to become backup, which is a bit harsh on Chukwu. But Mike Scott is going to play defensive midfield sometime next season and centre-back. But I think this guy could become top level. Pacino's another one. He's the one that I'm hoping can go in over Sturton, a deep line playmaker. He started 18 times this season, 7.13, but I'm hoping he can become our deep line playmaker going forward and hopefully surpass Sturton. Hugh Skidmore, right back, and he started 11 times this season, but it was very quickly apparent that he wasn't good enough, and I couldn't really get him in that many matches because he was quite clearly not good enough, like I said. So next season, I'm hoping now there's less pressure in the Premier League. Now we've won it. He's going to play a lot more matches next season because I do think, again, that he could be also top level. Steve Williams in the under-18s is another one that's going to be promoted into the first team. He's going to play, maybe he plays in the deep line playmaker position and maybe Pacino plays the centre midfield attack. But either way, he's going to play centre midfield next season. Perfectionist personality, just some matches, and hopefully he should just become better and better and better because I need to strengthen that left central midfield position. We've also got Callum Payne-Roberts. I don't know how good this guy could be, but he's improved a lot this season. I do think, again, he's a centre midfield attack. We've got a lot of options next season that I'm going to be moving around and seeing who improves, who jumps out and says, I want that spot. And Callum Payne-Roberts is one that's going to get the chance to do that. Good work rate, good finishing, good first touch, good flair, decent acceleration and technique, and anticipation. And he's going to hopefully play in that centre field attack spot when Brothers needs a rest. Lawson Horsted, another one in the under-18s that is looking like a good centre-back. He's going to play some minutes next season as well. He's going to become our 4th choice centre-back. I'm going to sell a couple of players as well. I'll let you know on that in the next episode. But 17 years old, done nothing but improve this year. Yeah, looks really good. And he's kept his potential up against the amazing Joseph McLeod. And the last one is the one that's just come in this season. He's going to get some game time next year in defensive midfield as well. I think it's just, I need to just play him. Just put him in. He's going to be part of the first team. He's going to be our backup defensive midfielder. I obviously know he's nowhere near good enough right now, but I think that he's got high potential. And yeah, I need to play him. I need to improve in these positions, even if it's the backup players, because right now, as you've noticed, our backup team isn't good. But that's going to be it for the season. Season 25 is one for the books. It's the most successful season. 4 trophies in the season. Domestic quadruple. The loss to Barcelona was a stinger, but a lot of goods come from it. So next season, we're going to go hard for that Champions League trophy, and we're going to try and integrate more players inside the Premier League. So we're probably not going to finish top. Hopefully a 2nd would be nice. Maybe a 3rd behind Liverpool and Newcastle if they carry on strong. And at the very least, it needs to be a top 4, doesn't it, for Champions League? Because that's the aim. Leave a like on the video. I know these videos are becoming a bit longer now because we're playing in more matches. I need to show you guys more matches. But I'm hoping you like it. I'm hoping you enjoy it. I can't really avoid that. Leave a subscription on the channel. We are on the way to 7,000. It'd be fantastic if you could get us there. And as always, until next time, I'll catch you then. Goodbye.